In July 1944, on the island of Saipan, drowned in smoke and darkness, US. Marines entered one of the strangest battles of the Pacific, a confrontation where no one could see the enemy, and the night itself became the most merciless weapon. The find plagues of the Promontory, the fighting had raged for weeks, but this night carried a different weight. The air was thick with humidity and cordite, heavy enough to taste. The moon hid behind drifting clouds, leaving the battlefield blind. Every crater, every broken palm tree, every ridge was swallowed by the same suffocating black, and somewhere in that darkness, an entire Japanese battalion waited. The Marines understood the paradox long before the first shot. They held the ground, but they did not control it. Nightfall shifted the balance, shadows erased advantages. Discipline was the only light left. Many of the Marines were young, too young to know that silence could feel like pressure. They crouched along the defensive line, hands gripping rifles slick with sweat, listening for footsteps they could never see. Somewhere far off, a flare sputtered and died before reaching the sky. The darkness reclaimed everything, then the night moved. At first, it was only the faint rustle of grass, the distant clatter of metal against stone. But the sound grew, multiplied, turned into a rolling wave of boots rushing forward, a banzai charge in total blackness, one of the last full-scale assaults of its kind. The Marines fired by instinct alone, watching nothing but muzzle flashes tearing holes in the night. The enemy advanced in silence until the final meters, when shouts rose like a storm breaking through the dark. The line bent, positions collapsed. Hand-to-hand fighting erupted where visibility ended entirely. Men grappled with shapes, not faces, shadows colliding in a chaos illuminated only by the crack of rifles and the sparks of bayonets striking helmets. Every second was a guess, every movement a risk. By dawn, the battlefield revealed what the night had hidden. Thousands of Japanese soldiers lay where the charge had ended, many having chosen death over surrender. The Marines, exhausted, bruised, scraped raw by fear and fatigue, stood among the wreckage of a battle that felt less like combat and more like being swallowed by the earth. The fight for Saipan would become a turning point in the Pacific, but that night remained its darkest symbol. It showed that war was not always fought under the sun, with clear lines and visible enemies. Sometimes it descended into something more primitive, more personal, and in that darkness, the Marines learned a truth carved into the memory of the Pacific War. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to advance when even the world refuses to be seen.